What's up, y'all? It's your boy Naso Channel, aka NS fucking G. In today's video, I'm be hitting y'all with my thoughts on Sony's E3 press conference. Now I'm doing this shit in one take, so if I fuck up, I fuck up. I don't give a fuck. Now, pray for Orlando. You know, I know I should switch like I'm fucking nice, like I'm just fucking nice like that, you know. But yeah, I want to say pray for Orlando because you know what happened there was fucked up, and you know we gotta put a stop to it because it's not cool. It's fucking up people's lives and shit. They're fucking up their whole relationship statuses and all that shit. You know the deal. Anyway, Sony's E3 press conference. They start off with God of War's live demo. Okay, now it looked pretty tough. Kratos looking more and more like a fucking African American. So you know that's the look, I guess. Okay, so he has a son. His mother's unknown. They're going on a hunting trip because his son needs to know how to hunt for, you know, a future whatever, because, you know, we don't know what the fuck is going on. We just saw a lot of demo and shit. But, you know, he has a son, looks nothing like him, but it's okay. I don't know how you get a gray nigga and make a you know, a normal looking child. So, you know, that's what happened. Also, Kratos got some new shits, you know, he got some magical powers and shit. He uses a fucking axe like a damn like Thor's Mjolnir, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's not ridiculous because I was fucking with it, but it looked like Thor's Mjolnir when he was throwing that shit. It was tough as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit was. I'm gonna keep it 257 with y'all. That shit was fucking hot. Anyway, let me not draw that out anymore. Yeah, God of War. I remember the name, but that shit was tough as fuck. So, you know, everybody, I wouldn't advise y'all to go cop that. Next up, it's this one game. It's just like this biker dude, and like the world got fucked up because of some virus or some war. It fucked up the world. I think it was pollution. And like his wife or his girl or whatever got killed. He was like, I'm gonna do this because you told me to, or some shit like that. I'm like, okay. It looked kind of tough. It wouldn't be the game I would necessarily play. I mean, I would get it for y'all so y'all can look at this shit and get my reaction. But like, it wouldn't be something I would be like, oh yeah, I gotta stalk the shelves and cop that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, if y'all want to play, if you want me to play that, you could just, you know, hit me up or whatever. So, also, next game was coming up. After those two games, they started talking about the VR because you know they had to stress that shit. So yeah, the VR. I'm gonna come back on it in a minute, but I wanna talk about the PS Vita. You know, because the PS Vita was a good ass gaming console, and they just gave up on it. I don't know why. The PS Vita has so much fucking potential, and they just pushed it away like it was shit, right? I thought we was gonna get one more AAA title or AA. I think it's AAA. Yeah, I thought we were gonna get a fucking AAA title or whatever, but we didn't. They said nothing about the Vita. They was stressing it all last year's E3, but this year ain't say shit. Only thing they talked about was the VR. Like, look, I have no problem with the VR. Only thing I have a problem with is that shit is $400 motherfucking dollars. $400 motherfucking dollars. I don't know why I don't know why it is. I mean, it's fucking virtual reality, and that's not even the worst part. The VR is just $400 by itself. You gotta buy the camera and the fucking PlayStation Move controller. That shit is gonna give you another $100. So that shit is either $500 or $550. You know what I'm saying? $550. Yeah. So like, I'm just saying, I'm gonna cop it because I already have my camera and I already got the fucking Move. Plus, I gotta get it for y'all. So that's that. They started talking about the VR. Now there's a bunch of VR games coming out that I'm very excited for. There was a Batman one. You know, I didn't get Arkham Knight. I got it late, and it was fucking good. It was fucking good. But yeah, they're coming out with a Batman Arkham VR experience. They're coming out with a Resident Evil. That's pretty exciting. They're coming out with a bunch of titles. They're coming out with a bunch of titles. That's pretty exciting. I can't think of them all off the head right now, but you know, I'll get more and more details in my next video, which I'm probably going to post later this week. Anyway, on to the next. So, after that, they want to talk about some motherfucking Call of Duty. Now, you know, everybody's sleeping on the Call of Duty videos. Every video they like got announced before the E3 came out, everybody was sleeping on it, calling it Star Wars. Look, I myself was calling it Star Wars because, you know, I'm not fucking with Call of Duty ever again. I'm gonna get it for y'all because y'all want it. That's it. But other than that, this shit was ass. That shit look like fucking Star Wars. Niggas on space stations. Are you even on the ground anymore? Are we even on planet fucking Earth? No, we can go to planet Earth, like it said. But like, it's like I thought, like, when I first was watching the E3, the conference. When I was watching the conference, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? Is this another VR title? And I had a feeling it was Call of Duty at the first second, but then I was like, this couldn't be Call of Duty. It looks too nice. It has too much dialogue. It has too much of this. And I should have been known it was fucking Call of Duty though. I should have been known it was Call of Duty because of how it was in space. That was on a motherfucking space station. They getting fucking helmets and shit with you know how Iron Man be having those little hologramic shits. They had the hologramic shits on the helmets. I'm like, Call of Duty ain't like that. Call of Duty ain't fucking like that. But guess what? They are. They fucking are. They're sitting there getting fucking warfare and shit. And I remember how the story goes. I remember some shit. So they sitting there fighting in jets. I'm like, oh shit, this show looking kind of tough. I heard it was Call of Duty. I said, fuck that shit. I said, fuck it. I don't fuck with Call of Duty, and you know why? They always manage to fuck up some stories. You know what I'm saying? They always manage. Like with Black Ops 2. Alright, it was cool. The sequel was alright from the first one, right? And then with Black Ops 3, it had nothing to do with the last one. The only thing it had to do with the last one is because they said Alex Mason's name. They said that motherfucker's name and that was it. They said shit else about fucking Black Ops 2. Then you know the internal conflict. Y'all know how I hate that shit. I fucking hate internal conflict. Especially when you fighting some nigga and you was him the whole fucking time. You was him. And then the character customization was fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking terrible. You know what? That should have been for the rant video. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to this. So yeah, fuck the Call of Duty. I will copy it because of Modern Warfare. You know what? Call of Duty 4. You know, because everybody loved that shit. That shit was fucking tough as fuck. But that's besides the motherfucking point. On to the next one. Now, after they were talking about that, they were talking about more and more on the It was this one game, right? And you were like this android, and the android stole the motherfucking. It was like this girl, and it was this bad android. So the android stole the fucking child, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck about to go on? And then the little girl's mom, she was like, oh shit, what you gonna do? You gonna get somebody for me? So they bought in an android. Now I was like, you know you can't trust robots, so you know he about to fuck it up. But he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He didn't. They showed us the end. I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know what to say about it right now because I think it's one mission. Because the game was talking about how you have a choice and you can choose like a variety of different options to either kill the android, save the girl, or save the android and the girl dies because the android jumps off or whatever. I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened? You just gonna let her die like that? So then he said, and then they're gonna come up with that. You can change the future. This all could have been avoided. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, what the fuck's gonna go on? So then it was like a bunch of slideshows of different ways, and it was fucking tough. Like if I'm gonna cop it, if it's one mission, I will be very upset. But if it's not, you know. Shit, that's gonna be a nice ass fucking game for PlayStation coming out. You mean? So yeah, that game is pretty exciting. Also, they started talking more about the VR, and I was like, okay, what else about the VR? It's gonna be released in sometime in October. I think it's the 2026, October 26th, 2016. Anyway, I think that's when it's gonna be. Also, they started talking about. They kept bringing it up, like they changed shit, like they talked about the VR, then they talked about some other game, then they changed that, then they talked about the VR again, but then like then they started talking about the Resident Evil. After they started talking about the Android shit, I forgot what it was called. I think it's called Choices or some shit. But after they started talking about that shit, they started talking about the Resident Evil. I already told y'all shit about that in the beginning. I guess I can get it. I'm not a Resident Evil fan, but, you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so after that, the biggest shocker ever came up. Yo, this shit I was so fucking hyped. I'm the biggest motherfucking Metal Gear Solid fan ever. And when I saw that they had Hideo Kojima there, they had Hideo Kojima at the motherfucking conference. A person that's been working with Sony for the longest. Because, you know, Metal Gear used to be a PlayStation exclusive. I was hype as fuck when I saw Hideo Kojima. He's working on a new game. Unknown to me right now because, you know, there's a lot of shit that I had to put in my brain so I can get to y'all and shit. You know, I gotta feed y'all the information if y'all ain't watch it. I gotta give my thoughts on it anyway. So, yeah. Hideo Kojima was there, and he has this game. It looks pretty exciting. The graphics are amazing. As you should know that. It's 2016. Who the fuck has terrible graphics on 2016? That's just ass. You're an ass person if you don't use that. If you don't have 1080p or higher, you're ass. And Hideo Kojima knows that, so he got that shit in 1080. And oh yes. After that, I'm sorry. Okay, back on topic. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys heard the rumors about the what's that shit called? The PlayStation 4.5. They say nothing about it. They say nothing about it. Now maybe they forgot because of the whole VR shit. Because that they stressing that shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? They stressing that shit a lot. So if they forgot, they forgot. But I doubt it. They would have hinted at it or something. They had more than enough time. This was the shortest E3 conference they had. Because I watched some for 2 hours. I watched some for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? This one was an hour and 49 minutes, 33 seconds. Yeah. So I don't really have anything on the PlayStation 4.5 because I can't say anything because it's not been proven. It would have been obviously would have been proven at fucking E3. So all y'all who think that shit's coming out, shut the fuck up because it's not coming out. Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, towards the end, they started talking about remastering Crash Bandicoot. A lot of people was pretty excited. I was pretty excited because, Crash Bandicoot was been in my life forever. I had every PlayStation in order, even the portable shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I was like, okay, shit. And then they started talking about some fucking Skylanders. Like, there's a bunch of grown men there, and they're gonna talk about some Skylanders. Like, somebody gonna play that shit. No, you can get it for your child, but not for me. I don't play them fucking Skylanders, and I never fucking will. But that Crash Bandicoot, bitch, I'm fucking playing that shit for an hour, for a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? That shit can definitely consume a couple hours of my life, you know what I'm saying? But, I had to draw to a close, guys. You know what I'm saying? E3, it was pretty good. Y'all stressed the VR a little bit too much, but, I'm fine with that. I'm copying it, so I need to know everything I could know, you know what I'm saying, before I invest all this money in this shit for y'all. I do this shit for y'all and me. That way I do this shit for both of us. It's a mutual thing, you know what I'm saying? Yes! Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you on the next video. Peace and love to all y'all. Yes.